Welcome to my show. A guest here. His name is Tinashe Immanuel. Mr. Tinashe, how are you doing, sir?
I'm very well, thank you very much. It's a Saturday kind of morning, afternoon now in England, and we're having our first sunshine of the year, so everybody's happy.
Exactly. Definitely not easy with the sense of the climate change and every other thing that are out there. And I also appreciate
Yeah.
you for the time and the opportunity. Firstly, you are a personal stylist. You are also
Yes.
an image consultant. Can you please, Mr.
Yes.
Tinashe, discuss more about yourself and how you are doing currently now, Mr. Tinashe?
Okay, great. So I started off as a fashion designer. I've got a fashion background. And I had a business with a school friend of mine. We were just doing designing t-shirts, and then both of us moved into the film industry. He went into a more technical career in the film industry, and I went into costume. So I've got a background in costume design and wardrobe styling for film, and also still doing fashion shoots as well. Then I took all that experience and then started working with private clients, mostly professionals, businessmen, musicians, and that then led me to where I do now, which is more image consulting, which is a more holistic approach to personal styling. So that's where I land. That's my kind of journey in 60 seconds.
It shows the sense of power, dressing, and
Yeah.
also our self approach really have. Because the way we present ourselves really says a lot about who we really are. And that is why we have to also understand the power of dressing and how also styling and also other designs in regards to our perspective can shape our outcome and also how other people sees us. And also, Mr.
Yes.
Emmanuel, with regards to every experience you've had as a stylist and also an image consultant, have you written any book or do you plan to write any books in the coming future, Mr. Emmanuel?
Yes, I wrote a book 5 years ago, I think now, called Gent Next Door, and it is a introduction into personal style and strategy for men. So my underlying principle, really, the kind of mission statement of my company is turn your image into an asset, and it's about how to use personal style to as a strategic tool to achieving your goals. That book introduces you to that concept.
Thank you so much for the beautiful insights. In regards to the experience you've had, you should bring out into a profound something people could also read and also gain more enlightenment in regards to those
Yes.
perspectives as well. Thank you so much. And I would also like to drive to the point of fashion. Because as a stylist and also an image consultant, you've known the impact and also the values fashion, dressing really plays in every single one role and also how it
Mhm.
can also help someone's life, probably emotions in regards to self-improvement and also confidence as well. So for
Mhm.
listeners who could be in the position whereby they see fashion as something
Mhm.
superficial, how do
Yeah.
you think you can also regard in personal style actually become a powerful tool for
Yeah.
self-improvement and also confidence as well, Mr. Emmanuel?
It's a very, very good question. The first thing is you need to understand the semantics because most people, when they hear fashion style, they think more or less they kind of associate it as being the same thing. So let's define that first. Fashion is a vehicle, a commercial vehicle. It's a commercial industry designed to sell clothes. Okay, so it's a conveyor belt. Things go in and out of fashion because they want you to continually buy the latest, greatest thing. Okay, therefore they invented trends so that you buy something that's on trend so that you fit in. So that's fashion. Style is how you use the clothes. Okay, style is taking clothes and putting them on your body in a way that makes you feel better or makes you feel part of something. It's a way of expressing yourself. It's different from fashion. Fashion is about buying the latest thing. Style is about wearing clothes that tell a story. Okay. The story you tell then creates your image. Your image is the visual part of your personal brand. And if you are in a profession, if you participate in any economy, you have a personal brand. I don't care whether you sell fruit on the streets, whether you work in a bank, whether you're a professor at a school or university, you have a personal brand, and your image is the packaging of that personal brand. So we've got fashion, we've got style, and then we have image. And when you understand how those three things can work, that's when you create that word power. You're able to get results using your image, using your style. Everybody really should be get to a place where they create an image, a brand, and that's when you have real power. And it can actually add to your bottom line. It can help you get a promotion. All those things, that the things that you want to achieve in your life.
I sincerely appreciate you giving the difference on those three parts: fashion,
Yep.
style, and also image. We now know that how
Yes.
we can see fashion is differs in the way we see a style. And we, in
Yeah.
regards to what we're having discussion today, is in regards to styling and also the image
Mhm.
as well. It shows our
Yes.
personality to show who we really are and to also bring out the right image of how people should see us. And as you said earlier, the
Exactly.
way our personal package and also a branding is being packaged is the way it is going to be presented as well. So those
Exactly.
plays a very crucial and also a very huge role in our lives. And I would also like to drive to the point of mindset shifts. Because when we
Mhm.
dive to the point of styling and we are actually dressing in regards to the perspective of our personality and who we really are, there could be some
Mhm.
certain mindset shifts that can also go along the way in us as well. So, in your experience, Mr. Emmanuel, working with professionals and also high achievers, Mr. Emmanuel, what do you think are also some of the biggest mindset shifts people go through when they begin to
Mhm.
see style as a part of their personal growth, Mr. Emmanuel?
That's a really good example. I'll give you two, one of a professional and one of a musician. So, as a professional, I did some research and I found that in the UK, people waste about 70 hours per year simply making decisions on what to wear. On average, the average professional spends about half an hour of idle time deciding what to wear each month. That's 60, 70 hours a year. Now you think about how much you earn per hour. Whoever's listening to this, how much do you earn per hour? Times that by 70. Imagine you could get back that money at the end of the year. That could go to a holiday, a new car, something nice for your spouse. So one of the biggest mindset shifts my clients realize is how much this is actually costing them in valuable time. And time is the most valuable resource that we have. Time is money. So the biggest mind shift you can look at is seeing that what you wear is a fundamental part of what you earn or what you keep in the end, both financially and most importantly in terms of your time. Okay. So you need to learn to create a system. What you wear as a professional needs to be systemized so that you waste minimal time. Dressing up should take you no more than 5 minutes in terms of picking what you wear, because where I try to take my clients is get to a place where their wardrobe is so well curated and balanced that they don't even have to think. Everything in there goes with everything. So you don't have to pick a pair of trousers or pants and think, oh, this t-shirt go with it. Everything in your wardrobe is curated. So you literally just pick and go. All right. And you can spend that extra 15 minutes that you've saved with your child before you can actually have breakfast with your child, or you can stop over for a coffee before work. It just gives you that little bit more time back because you're not wasting it thinking about what you should wear. Okay. So that's the biggest mind shift. Clothes is time and time is money. So think about that. Okay. The second mind shift is more emotional. So I was working with a musician and she always wore black. Okay. Because black is, it's safe, it's simple to understand. A lot of people believe it makes you look slimmer, so it hides away all your sins, all the sins of your body. It hides away. And then I went shopping with her and I encouraged her to branch out and try some color because she was building a music career. And I says, you need to say something. You can't be hiding. Okay. Your clothes need to say something. You need to give the people something to work with. Black is demure. It is mysterious. It is attractive and sexy, but it doesn't say much when you're trying to build a personal brand. It's not helping you. You need color. So she did a photo shoot with the red dress and then she messaged me and she said she couldn't believe it, how it made her feel, the compliments that she got reinforced those emotions that she was feeling herself. I introduced her into a new world of color. Okay. So For you, it may not be color. For you, it may just be you've never taken your style seriously. A lot of men think like that. Oh, it's just clothes. Who cares? Right? Not realizing that the reason why you're not getting promoted at work is because you don't look like a leader. Maybe you're trying to find a partner, trying to find somebody, a love interest, and you're maybe having a hard time attracting the kind of love interest that you really want and really know you deserve. It could be just a tweak in how you're carrying yourself, you see? And that's the mindset shift that you need to make. You need to make, okay, if I'm going to buy a product from Gucci or if I'm going to buy a product from Tommy Hilfiger, they don't just give it to me in a black box with nothing on it. They brand it. They turn it into an experience. And that is attractive. When you meet charismatic people or stylish people, it is an experience meeting them. It's more than just another person to add to your phone book. It's an experience, and that makes you remember them. So when something comes up, they pop up in your mind. The same thing at work. When they're discussing future plans for next year and they realize, oh, we're going to create this role and we need to nominate somebody to take this role, are they thinking of you? They're thinking of your packaging, how they feel about you is why you get promoted. Everybody's competent nowadays. Everybody has skill, but charisma is rare. Leadership, that's what leadership is. How inspirational you are, how you get to mobilize people, others, how you influence other people. And your packaging influences how people feel about you. And human beings are driven by emotion, and that's why image is so important.
Thank you so much. It shows that you said it all. The way we see
Yeah.
ourselves when it comes to dressing, the time is also there. So time is
Yeah.
money. We have to remember that as humans.
Yes.
And that is why we have to wear something that aligns with our values of who we really are. That gives us the sense of personal growth and also the sense of emotions that we deserve as well. Because that makes
Mhm.
us to be in the position to not spend much time in choosing what to wear. We already know what
Exactly.
aligns with who we really are, and we already know what we
Exactly.
can pick that actually fits to who we really are as well. So there is no need for us to think ours is just to say this and this. It's already okay for me to actually dress well. And also, you said something very much important. Looking for a partner or the way people see us out there, it also depends on the way we also put ourselves out there. It always play a very
Yes,
deep role. If we want people
indeed.
that aligns with a person perspective when it comes to one personality, we have to also bring out the dressing that align with that personality so that the right
Exactly.
people will be attracted to that kind of alignment that you also need, not the wrong people that are going to be attracted to it. So this plays a very, very powerful role, and I sincerely appreciate you for the huge insight, Mr. Emmanuel. And also, I do
Thank
know
you.
you've drive into those perspectives, but I would like to know if there are also any common mistake or any more other common mistake that you think people make when they are trying to align their appearance with their
Mhm.
personal or professional identity, Mr. Emmanuel.
So the most common mistake is they start the wrong way around. So what you need to do is you need to do an inside out approach and not an outside in. So when people are trying to think of what they should wear or how they should dress, they go maybe open their Instagram, maybe go on Pinterest, maybe go on TikTok and see what celebrities or influencers and saying, "Oh, I like the way this person dresses. I would like to dress like that." Okay? But that person doesn't know you. That person is selling a story. They're building a business. They don't know you personally. Nobody knows you like you know you. So the first thing you need to do is look inside. Look at, okay, who am I? What do I believe in? What are my values? What are my goals? What drives me? Okay. What do I believe about myself? Do I believe I'm a fun person? Do I believe I'm a funny person? Do I believe I'm a serious person? Do I believe I'm a dynamic person? If that is what you believe, how can I weave that? How can I put a little bit of that into my clothes? Okay. And this is where somebody like me comes in because I understand the language of clothing. Okay. Two men can wear a suit. One says casual and should be on a beach. The other one says serious and should be in court. One suit can say lawyer. Okay. Another one can say sports TV pundit. Okay. One suit can say politician. The other suit can say school teacher because different ways clothes are designed evoke different ideas and different, what we call in the styling world, archetypes. Okay, so it's a lot of psychological thinking, and this is where we blend personality with clothes. Okay, and I learned this in the film industry, because when you watch a film, you watch a scene, and immediately you know what's going on. You know who's the older person, who's the younger person, who's the married woman, who's the single woman, who's the woman who's sexy, who's the woman who's ugly. You watch a high school musical, you know the cool kids, you know who the nerds are. And they haven't said, hey, I'm a nerd in this film. They tell you that visually through the costume, the hair, the type of glasses they're wearing, the makeup. So clothing and image tells a story without words. It's an invisible story. And the same way, the same skills I learned of how to tell a story of a character on TV, within 3 seconds, you immediately know what's going on when you watch a film in terms of who this person is. You know what age, if it's a film based in the 60s, how will you know? The image, the way they're dressed in an old-fashioned way. So you know this is not a contemporary film, this is a period film. You see? So we're educating people all the time in what we're wearing. Okay, so people get it the wrong way around. They look at trends, they look at things like that. That's the wrong way to do it. You understand who you are, what you want to say, and then you say, okay, which trend suits this person? So we're not following, we're leading, we're using trends to follow us. We're leading our lives, we're not following.
You
Hope
said
that
it.
makes sense.
It definitely makes sense. It starts from the
Correct.
inwardness. It starts from who
Yes.
we truly are as humans. Whether we like it or not, we all have different personalities. We all have different
Yep.
background, and we all have different qualities. And you said one of the most important thing. There is no one who can know who we really are except we ourselves. And we
Yep.
ourselves who can understand who we really are, we have to start to look at what works for us, what we think really align with our values and also our personality as well. From there, we can now build it to the point of choosing what is right for us and also what people
Yes.
also wear around the society. It plays a very profound and huge role in our life and also make us to be attracted to the right people as well. And
Correct.
also, I would
Correct.
like to drive to the point of people who really have a lot of large wardrobe now, who really have a lot different type of clothing, different type of branding.
Yes.
They do not even have what's really aligned with their own values. So for those
Yeah.
who may not have a large or really a budget, what do you think are some of the simple changes you think they can try to make today that could probably immediately improve their confidence and also presence, Mr. Emmanuel?
So I would like to introduce you into something. It was coined about 15, 20 years ago by a stylist in America called a capsule wardrobe. And that's basically you have a minimal amount of clothes. I can recommend build a wardrobe full of 12 items. And from those 12 items, you can make over 60 different outfits by learning how to mix and match. Okay. So if you're on a budget and you don't have a huge wardrobe, you don't need a huge wardrobe to be stylish. You to be fashionable, that's a different question, because you need to be wearing the latest and greatest. You probably do need a huge wardrobe to be fashionable, but to be stylish, you don't, because you can look stylish with a black pair of trousers and a white t-shirt. If it's the right trousers and the right t-shirt that's cut properly, that flatters your figure, that the right kind of neck cut, okay, and the right trousers that sit on your natural waistline and they're nicely draped, and you just got simple black trainers or black shoes with them, you can look incredible by something just as simple as that. You see? So being stylish and being fashionable is two different things. Okay? To be stylish, you don't need a lot of clothes. You just need the right, well thought through clothes that fit your body shape, say the right things about your personality, and put together with skill. Trust me, that is what you need. The other thing that you need, and the most important thing, is fit. I did a study and I discovered that certainly in Europe, and I would imagine this is around the world if it's in Europe, about 80% of men wear the wrong size trousers. Okay. It's not men's fault. It's because of the sizing. There's no standardized sizing in menswear. Okay. All the brands have different sizing metrics that they use. So you may buy a size small in one shop, and then you buy another small in another shop, but their sizing and the cut is different. Okay. And most men don't know the difference between where to go, whether they should go for slim fit, skinny fit, regular fit, baggy fit. Which one suits me best? Some of you guys are wearing baggy because baggy is in fashion, but you look like you're drowning in your clothes. It doesn't suit your frame, it doesn't suit your height. It's not working for you. It's trendy, but for you, it's not working. Okay. So get the right fit, get the right size, and that starts with getting the right measurements, learning how to correctly measure your body, and then go and get your clothes tapered. This is what everyone can do, whether it's your mom or your dad, whoever. Everybody has somebody in their family who can sew. Everyone, right? So somebody can sew your trousers and bring them up to the right size. So if you get the right measurements for your pants, take them to your local dry cleaners or local seamstress or somebody in your family who knows how to sew. They can tailor your clothes to make sure that they fit correctly. That will instantly make you look more confident. You look taller, you look slimmer, you look more put together. You will feel better in your clothes when they fit properly. You will feel better. You will feel like you can do something, and you'll be more motivated. Research has shown that when we wear clothes that fit properly, our confidence and productivity goes up by about 12%. I don't know about you, but I would like to be more 12% more productive. What do you think?
I
You see?
100% want to feel the
So
same.
exactly. So fit is something that everybody can do. Okay, is you can get correct measurements, and if you want to know how to get correct measurements, you really need to be following me on YouTube because I do a lot of videos on how to get the right measurements. So fit is really important. That will immediately boost your confidence.
To definitely be added to the description of the episode so
Yeah.
that people can understand the right way and also what really
Yes.
fits them. Because to be honest with you, it's almost all men that
Yeah.
usually have this issue when it comes to trousers most of the time. Because
Yes.
some is going to be big, some is going to be
Yes.
slim, and we just don't really care most of the time. We just see it as a normal thing. But we have to try our best to see what really fits us to boost our confidence and also boost who we really are also as humans. I sincerely appreciate you for the beautiful
Yeah.
and profound insights in regards to our dressing, how it can help and also impact us as large, Mr. Emmanuel. And also, Mr. Emmanuel, there is
Mhm.
a question I normally ask during the end of the show. From our forefathers, from our ancestors, there are a lot of beautiful things that
Mhm.
do exist during our ancestral time that is missing in our time today. If there is anyone
Yes.
or anything you would like to bring back to our time today, Mr. Emmanuel, what do you think that thing will be, sir?
That's a very good question. I was born in Zimbabwe, and funny enough, growing up, I grew up here in England, and I wasn't that exposed, didn't have the opportunity to be exposed to Zimbabwean culture and tradition. And I never really knew what our national dress was like. And, because of the history and the colonization and things like that, a lot of our culture was drained away or, kind of fabricated away. So I wasn't really aware of the national dress. But anyway, my sister moved back to Zimbabwe a couple of years ago, and she looked into it. And I remember asking her, what do Zimbabwean men wear as a tradition? And she sent me some of the traditional wear. Some of it was like warriors, like Zulu warriors, like if you know what Zulu warriors typically wear, like animal garments and things like that. Um, and the women wear have traditional wear, but I would really like to see us reinterpret some of the styles that our ancestors have in a contemporary way. So there's a lot of great fashion designers coming out of Africa, but what I find is that a lot of the designs end up being optimized for like that kind of traditional Western idea of fashion. They're kind of optimized for that, and I just would like to see designers hold their ground a little bit and not necessarily just turn the clothes into shirts and look like Western clothing. Hold their ground. The clothes make them look like African wear, like how our ancestors used to dress, even if some of the body's exposed. Hold your ground there, but just bring it to a modern way where it can be systemized, where it can be made industrialized and be produced at mass value. Let us impose our traditions in the world now. Let us impose the African story in an authentic way, in a way that they can understand, of course. But let's really do the opposite now. Let us say, this is who we are. You know, it's not who you told us we are. This is actually who we are as Africa. This is our expression of our art, and in the story of Zimbabwe, even our food, we've got one national dish that everyone knows, and we're now rediscovering some of our foods from our past. There's so much of our culture and our art that was kind of shrouded away through colonialism, and I just want to see a little bit more of that brought into the 21st century. So that's something I would love to see.
Completely agree with you. Even here in West Africa, when it comes to our
Yeah,
clothing and also our brand as well, we need to try our best to actually explode our
yeah,
culture. Our culture is very much beautiful.
yeah,
And we as Africans, we have to also try our best to embrace it and also bring it out there in a way that we feel a whole and also happy in regards to the
so
perspective
rich.
as
Yeah,
well. To show the sense of heritage, it shows the sense of
mhm,
love we have from our personal background and also the love that we have
yeah,
from our ancestors and our forefathers as well. From the bottom of my heart, Mr. Emmanuel, I want
exactly.
to use this opportunity to thank you for the time, the opportunity you've given to me today for us to have this profound discussion on the way we need to try our best to optimize our dressing in regards to stylist and also our image as well. Thank you so
Mhm.
much, Mr. Emmanuel.
My pleasure, Adekoke. I'm really excited to be here. Thank you for having me. It's been a blast. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Emmanuel. Have a wonderful day, sir. Bye bye.
You too. Great time. Thanks.